Thank you for joining us today. This is CCE Studios and Productions. We are here again with something powerful for you. Ensure you like, you share, you subscribe. CCE Studios, equipping the total man, body, soul, and spirit. Ensure you like and you share. Subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Make sure you share it. I'll see you soon.
The first thing you need to do is to have an idea, and this idea must meet the needs and wants of your target customers or consumer. The second thing where most people fail is the business plan. The business plan is the roadmap to every successful business, because in business there are a lot of competitors. If you are not careful, they'll dump you out. There is something in marketing called marketing myopia. It is a situation whereby a company focuses on its product,
not the audience, not the market.
Yes. So, what you want to offer to the population will determine your research. Somebody going into restaurant business will not do the same research with somebody going into a car business.
Let me add to the business people. You need legal advice before you enter a business. Hallelujah. Welcome, good evening, and welcome to CCE Studios and Productions. I'm happy to have you. I'm sure you're having a wonderful time also. God bless you and thank you for joining us this evening. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please ensure you do that right away. If you're watching alone, don't be selfish. Ensure you share the link right now. Yes, please share the link right now. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, send in your questions. You can also call. There will be a number displayed on your screen, and then you will call. It's a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day with something spectacular. We are on the finance series, and we are continuing. We would not stop until you make some money. We're not stopping until your finance change. To help you bump up your finance, to change your financial level, we're having this conversation, and today it will be my pleasure to introduce a wonderful guest. I'll be sharing with us her experiences and all the things that she has been doing and going through to make sure that we all are also financially stable. I'll be introducing her in a minute, but I want you to say a word of prayer, and that is, God, speak to me, speak to my heart. Where do I need discipline? Speak to my heart. At the end of the day, let it not be a word of knowledge, but let it be a transformational word that I will receive, and that will be your portion in the name of Jesus. Once again, share, like, and subscribe, and let us know how you're being blessed. Send in your questions, send in your comments, and we are very, very happy to have you today. My name is Pastor Gideon Jude, and I'm your host today. Here with me in the studio, I have Sister Ufoma, businesswoman, mother, friend, etc. Wife and etc. Tell us about you. Welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank you so much, Pastor. My name is Moniro Ufoma. I'm really not used to the title Mrs. yet.
I see. We will help you promote it. So I'll ask the media team to. The studio have helped you.
Okay, thank you. So I'm a mom. I have a daughter, and I had my first degree in Nigeria at the Delta State University, where I studied biochemistry, and I'm from a family of 5 beautiful girls.
That's
Yes, and I'm married to Victor Eji Madu. He's from Imo State, and what else?
Well, is he watching? Do you think he's watching now? But
yes,
maybe
he
because
should.
he
I
should
told
be
him.
watching
I said,
now.
please watch me.
Please let us know if you are watching, sir. And wherever you are, we want to thank you also for letting her and giving her the opportunity to be here. We don't take it for granted. We salute you. Thank you so much. And good to have you, by the way. You're looking elegant.
Thank you so much.
It's a green day.
Yes.
Green
The
lights for
land
the land is green. Is that your color?
No,
No.
I really don't have a favorite color, but
color.
I've really found myself loving green of late. So
Yeah, my mom told me she loved green. I said, why? She said she's a farm. She likes agriculture because she studied agriculture. I said it's not a reason to like green.
Say no.
Right. Okay, but good to see you, and we'll be having a wonderful conversation. Tell us about your business. What's your business name?
Okay.
Is it a business now or a chain of businesses?
Okay, it's actually going to be a chain of business by the grace of God. Currently, I run 2 brands. One is DMC. The acronym is, it's just an acronym of Dress Me Up Closets. I grew up around ladies, like I said. I grew up around a lot of aunties. My dad was the only son and missed 6 other ladies. So maybe that's where all this fashion idea came from. So I've always loved to dress people. So that was where the name Dress Me Up Closet. So I got that name and I used it for my hair brand. But my clothing brand is called Dress Me Up Closet, where I sell fashion, ladies fashion, dresses, shoes, bags, everything fashion.
Why are you peculiar about ladies?
Yes, because they are the one that love the business.
But guys dress up too.
Yes, I once sold for men, but I understood that men are very disciplined when it comes to their money. So they are very disciplined.
I'm sure you might have problem with the ladies watching.
Yes, you know, for a lady, she didn't budget to buy anything, but she sees something, she's like, I want this. But a man will always tell you, it's not in my budget.
Exactly.
So that is why I just decided that let me focus on my gender.
Let me hear what the men are saying. Okay, great. Dress me up.
Yes.
Dress me up. Fashion.
Dress Me Up Closet. But my hair brand is DMC Hairways. I have DMC Hairways Nigeria. I have DMC Hairways Cyprus, and I'm hoping to have DMC Hairways Canada and UK.
Why don't you have international?
I decided to make it like that because if I say international, I want people to be able to. I want it to be homely. That's the word. I want it to be homely. I want it to be in every country. That's my dream.
Right.
Like, let it be like, for example, we are in Cyprus. It will be here in Cyprus. Even though I'm not here in Cyprus, it will be operating. Sometimes yes, it should be a brand that everybody can reckon with. Homely, like in their how do I say it now? Will I say household? Yes.
To be a household name.
Yes.
Great, wonderful. That's powerful. And for now, it's an online store, or are you doing offline or online?
It's an online store. It started actually as an online store. Actually, I would in future, of course, I'm going to have walk-in stores like shoplets and all that. But for now, it's online because businesses are more online than even So that's how it is for now.
Is this the first business you are doing? Was there something you were doing before?
Of course. I ventured into a lot of businesses.
Wow.
In fact, when I was in the university, I did petty businesses, little businesses. I'm the first child, so maybe that's why I don't like to be idle. Even if I go to anywhere and they say, oh, there's no business here, I look for something to do. So while I was in school, I sold different things. I sold recharge cards for my friends. I sold clothes. Anything my hand finds to do, I just start doing it. I even help people. If I don't have a business to run, I help people sell their business. I can walk up to you and say, how about I help you market your product? And I get a percentage from it, and you'll be happy.
Before you started, were you working for somebody?
Yes.
You were selling products for somebody?
I worked for a lot of people, a lot of brands, a lot of people, yes. And it was still around this niche. I remembered when I just finished my secondary school. So I was waiting. Back then in Nigeria, we have JAM. Yes, you don't just get into the university.
Yeah, it's an examination.
You don't just get into the university like that. You have to write JAM. After you finish writing JAM, you write posts. Yes. So while I wrote my first JAM, I did not meet up the cutoff mark because of what I want to study. So I decided to work so that I won't be idle. So I worked with a lady that has a boutique. She has a very big boutique, but she was not always around. So the place was just there, and before I came to the place, she doesn't make sales because she's not consistent. And one thing about business is you have to be there for your business. Your business is you are your business. So if you are not there for your business, it will die. So she was not there. She had other things she was doing. So I had to come in. And she taught me a lot too. Even though she was not there, she had more experience than I am because I was just coming. I just came like a sales rep, which they normally call sales girl then. Yeah. So she put me through, told me what, and it was offline. There was nothing like online. So it means you have to open the store every morning and be there. So there was nothing like business strategies. There were no strategies. You just have to wait for somebody to walk into the store and buy. But there were some things she taught me. She taught me how to take my business to the people. She told me that you don't have to sit in the store every day because the number of people you can reach might not be much. Why don't you go out? And then we had a university close to her store, which was Uniben.
It's a selling point.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So every day she tells me you have to go to the hostel. You don't need to even take the products. Just go and familiarize with them. And she told me, don't act like you are a secondary school graduate or you just came off from. Act like you are like them so that they can relate with you and buy. So most of the times,
principles.
Yes.
Business,
when I'm going out, I was still very little. I would dress. She would say, no, you don't need to dress like you need to dress the way they will appreciate you. If you dress like they will know you just finished secondary school. So dress matured, So she would dress me, she would give me some handbags, and I would go to the school hostel and knock the doors of these people. And I'll be like, hello, hi, they'll be looking at me. What do you want? I said, okay, I just came to say hi. They'll say, okay, sit down. What is it? Some rude ones or some friendly ones will say, what is it? I'll say, okay, we have a shop down there. I just want to let you know that we have a store. What do you sell? I'll tell them. And the next time I'll be going there, I'll go with the product. So they are familiar with me now.
First time is meet and greet.
Yes, meet and greet.
Meet me first.
Meet me first.
This is I'm
to
the
like
face
me.
behind the
Yes,
product.
I'm the face behind the brand. So they'll be like, oh, I know the store. I've never been there. So, okay, can you come? Some will say, I will. Or you can bring the product. So when I went back to her and I told her the outcome, she was so happy. So the next time I was going, I took the product there and that was it. The business went to another level. People were coming and like, oh, I've met you. So when I told her I got admission and I wanted to stop, she felt so,
of course,
so bad. So value. I picked up all the experiences I gathered from that place, working with her, and that is what I put into my business today. And we thank God.
Great. Somebody said, I had something this maybe last night or this morning. Somebody said he met a billionaire, and the billionaire never went to school, but this is what the billionaire did. He trained under someone, and he learned all his mistakes firsthand, working under somebody, and then he was able to level up to the experience of the business he has. So this person who was narrating the story said the day he had the story of the billionaire, he asked himself that, has he been deceiving himself going to school? Give us the balance, because you actually studied.
Yes.
And you went into business too.
Yes. The person was not deceiving his or herself, because the way an educated person would showcase her product is not the same way an illiterate to do. For example, a market woman, she wants both of us. Okay, let's assume I want to sell tomatoes and she wants to sell tomatoes. She's going to package it in a way that is not going to be pleasant. I can decide to package my tomato in a way that even somebody is not ashamed. Some people, they are so ashamed to go to the market. Yes, it's not this supermarket we have now. I'm talking about our typical kind of market where we have to bend down and select, I can decide to package it and say, okay, I don't want you to bend down and select this stuff. I'll do it for you. Okay, just tell me your address. I will deliver it, but in kgs. I'm going to get more patronage than the woman in the market. And yes, so that's
one of your sales might even double hers.
Of course.
Yeah, because you are adding value. So school is not a scam, but let's dig into what you do and your business better. It was not the first business you started, you said. You've been working under people. Yeah. You've learned certain things under people. when did it dawn on you that you have to start your own business? Was there a need for you to start your own business?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you work with someone and still, from what you have mentioned, this person wants you to work with the person, and it's possible she was paying you very well.
Yes, she was. She actually increased my salary 3 times before I left the place because the sales were coming. But why I decided to work on my own, even after university, after NYC, I worked with a company. They are into media stuffs like this. Yes, I worked with them for a while before I fully started my business. The reason why I decided, of course, I've gained a lot of experiences. I need to start, and the responsibilities, responsibility increased. So I decided that, okay, this is time for me. And I met some friends. That is why you have to watch your circle. I had friends that were business inclined, so I was the odd one there if I wasn't doing my own business. So that was also what made me to go into my own business.
What was your first business?
My first business.
Yes, was it DMC?
Yes, it was Dress Me Up Closet, the clothing business. That was my first business.
What was the first product you sold?
The first product I sold were shoes and bags.
How did you start?
Yes.
And what was the funding? How did you get funding to start your own business?
Yes, now this is the shocker. I did not use money to start my business.
You did trade by barter?
I did. I didn't start my business with any capital. Now, when I say this, it always shocks people. Like, so how come? How do you get your money to buy these goods and all? How? It's not possible. Your business is very capital intensive. It's not possible. So I tell them that how I started was I met a friend. I met a friend online on a dating site or something. I was not going there for dating. I don't know. The Spirit of God just led me. So immediately I met that person. I got angry with the site and I left. Then I discovered that the person was from my place and we got talking. And the person said, why don't you start up an online business? That was the first time because I was actually going to the Lagos market to buy the products. That was before I came online. And I said...
Not when you started online. When did you start the business itself?
Okay. When I started the business, I started as a drop shipper. I know many people might not understand. I started as a drop shipper. I never had a product.
Explain to our audience also.
What drop shipping means, it means you have the products. I don't have it, but I have... I have the network and I have the capacity. I can help you market your product. Yes. So we strike a deal. I tell you, okay, how much do you want to sell this product for me? For example, you say 100 TL. Okay. How much I decide to sell the product is none of your business. Yeah. All you need to do is to deliver the product to whoever is buying the product from me. So that's what I do. I carved out my name and I said, okay, let's do this. So that was how I started the business. And the business is really, how will I say it? It's not something you are afraid of. You know, sometimes when you ship in your goods, now that I'm fully into the business, when you ship, you have some fears like, oh, hope my goods get to me. Now you don't have any fears. The person that has the goods has all the fears, like carries all your burdens. All you need to do is to say, oh, come on, buy. And the person says, I don't have this product anymore. You don't have any problem. You just tell the person, oh, the product is sold out. You get. So there was no lot of disadvantages from my part. So that was how I was able to save up and start up properly
into the online business. How long did you do it? The conventional way before moving to online. Is it up to 3 years, 2 years, a year?
I started that from school. I started doing it from school. I go to the person in charge. Get some of the product. Like when I gained trust, the person started giving me the products. Like, okay, you can take it, sell it, bring back the money. So that was how I started. I just get the product from the person because I've sold a lot for you. So now you have to trust me. I'm not running away with your product. So that was how I started. Then I discovered that distance was a barrier.
Distance from you and the customers?
Yes. Because then we were getting to know a lot about the internet. I think then it was just BBN. It was BB, Blackberry. Yes, it was just Blackberry. Then Instagram came on board. I didn't even get into the platform on time. Like people that I knew, I felt that there are not lots of people here. And then people that were on Instagram, they were like rich kids. They were not like us using Nokia. So, but another thing is that some people will call me from some place. Oh, I saw the bag my friend bought when maybe, for example, you were in school and you traveled home for holidays. Oh, I saw the bag my friend bought. I would like to have it. And so I'm like, how do I do this? How do I do this? So that was how I decided to think outside the box, and I met that my friend.
Let me ask you a question, and then we come back to the principles.
Okay.
Now you still sell hair massively.
Yes.
What is the biggest? I was scared the first time I heard that one hair can buy a plot of land somewhere. What is the biggest in dollars now?
In dollars.
A single product that you have sold.
A single
that
product.
You don't have to remit money back to it. Are you still doing drop shipping?
No.
So now every product you sell
is mine.
Is your product.
Yes.
You bought and then you're selling. Okay. What is the biggest in terms of money? How much?
In dollars?
Yes.
For like $300.
Is the biggest amount of hair that you bought? Single hair?
Oh, I bought. Let me understand the question. Like I bought to sell, or someone buying from me.
Yes, how much? What is the? I mean, if you sell them one, right, or you sell
a piece.
A piece.
Yes, I have people who buy. Right now, I have drop shippers and I have resellers, like people who
buy from
who are doing what I did. Yes, so I need to understand the question. Is it that how much does my business cost now, or how much can?
I also want to know how much hair will cost. How much is
it? Depends, you know.
Yeah.
The business is very diverse. Like it's not.
But the biggest that you have sold.
The
how much
biggest for one person or
piece.
for one piece. Yes, from 300. 200, 300.
It's not as bad as I thought. I was thinking you would call it 1,000 for one piece.
1,000. Yes, that's because even in the hair industry, we have different niches. They are different. They are affordable. They are luxury. They are just like we have cars. So you decide where you want to be. Yes, and you know your customer base. So that is it. There are other hair vendors who sell hair worth millions in naira or thousands in dollars. So.
That's good. I mean, it's 300 is actually a big one for most students actually.
Of course.
And then for people who are earning, 300 is actually a good number. But I think I was scared. I was told that one hair can cost a plot of land, and I'm wondering
that's
why
why I
would
said
somebody
it's luxury. If you want those kind of hairs, we can get them for you. Actually, if you want them. So, but I'm just saying, like regularly, what an average lady would want, or what some ladies would easily just buy, like those ones now. Of course, there are people who buy them. People who.
What would you say is the worth of your business now?
Wow.
That's a hot topic.
It's very hard. Well, I would say.
Give a range.
A range.
Yeah.
I would say in thousands of dollars and millions of nairas.
Okay, thousands of dollars. I'm expecting 50,000 to 100,000.
No, I don't want to call the exact amount.
Oh yes, of course I can understand, and definitely I wouldn't want you to call the exact amount also. But definitely, we've seen your social media pages, and that means you're doing well. I heard you did training recently online.
Yes.
What was the training about?
Yes. So, like I said, a lot of people want to start up their businesses, but they don't know the shoulder to cry on. Like me, I did not have any shoulder to cry on. Everything I learned myself. So I said to myself, why don't I bring up people that, make them, let them not make the same mistakes. Of course, I made mistakes. There are so many mistakes I made. So let me teach them what they need to know before they start up their hair. A lot of people want to start up, but they don't even know how or what they need to do. So this was the class I put up to teach people the basics, what you need to know first before investing. Because some people actually have money to invest, not drop shipping every time. Some people actually had, what motivated me was a lady that just put to bed. She called me. Her husband was sitting beside her, and she said she wants to start up the business. She has about 5 million in Naira to start up the business, but she doesn't know what to do. So I'm like, okay, if this woman can say this to me, that means there are lots of other women too that even have the money to start up and they don't actually know what to do. So I put up that class and gave them the basics, and a lot of people now know what they need to do first.
How many people do you think you had in
Yes,
attendance?
for the first day, first time we had about 325 people.
Live session.
Yes, it was an online class, an online webinar or webinar.
Over 300 persons.
Yes.
Wow, that's a massive one. Well, that's a good one. It's a big one. I mean, for 300 to want to listen to what you have to say, you've really mastered your game in this business.
Of course, and
definitely.
I'm still gaining knowledge.
Let's move to the principles in business.
Yes.
I think this will be helpful to our audience as well. From the start, were there certain things you did? What were some of the disciplines that you think has helped you when you started this business?
Okay. One of them is being consistent. I preach this every day. I preach this every time to my students. I tell them that in anything you are doing, be consistent. Be diligent. Don't do it because other people are doing it. Like for me, you see my business. I cannot sit down with you for maybe close to an hour and I will not say anything that is, related to my business. I must say something like that to you, or you must see it in me and ask me. So first you need to be consistent. Don't be off and on, because the business is not like every other businesses that you can just be behind the scene and it's going for you. It's a business that people actually want to be like you. When they see you, they will. That is why I tell my students that when you are doing this business, I understand that you have people, but always show up for it. Always be in the faces of people. So I was always in the faces of people. So whenever you want to do your wedding, you just have to think about me, because I've been there. I've always been there. So consistency helped me, and discipline when it comes to finances. You don't eat your seed. Yes, don't eat your seed. I understand that.
And what is that seed? What would you say is your seed?
Your seed is your
profit.
Yes, don't always eat your seed.
Is it a portion of the profit?
What I mean is that, sometimes when your business starts blooming, like when you start making sales, you are tempted to start being the big girl or the big woman that you are not. Yeah. You want to. So that's why I say, no, just be on the level that will make your business to grow. Don't always outdo yourself. Allow the business to grow on its own, and don't take yourself where it's too big for you. Just grow at your pace,
right? But
be consistent. Yes, and one thing I also do for my business is that I tithe for my business. I don't eat God's 10% for my business.
It has been a principle.
Yes, that's one of my principles. So even though sometimes things are rough, I remind God that this business is built on the rock of God, so it cannot fall. So I don't joke with my tithe, and I also give, and I also try as much as possible to give out to the needy. The business has empowered lots of people too.
Do you have employees under you at the moment?
Yes, we do.
Temporary and permanent?
Yes. Right now that I'm not in Nigeria, my family is like a family business actually. The business has even bettered 2 other businesses. Yes. Under the business now, we have Strand Experts run by my little one. They run it strands. They deal with anything that has to do with strands. This thing we call it strands. So the businesses have segments actually. It's not just selling hair. People don't understand. I told them in my class that it's not you must not sell hair. There are different segments in this business, just like filming, like a movie.
Right.
There are the actors, there are the directors, there are people behind the camera. So that's how the business is. So it's not just a one-man thing.
It's not just a one-man thing. Great. All right. Apart from consistency, or if you had mentioned consistency, that means there might be challenges at some point. What would you say was your biggest challenge when you started? And then you would mention your biggest challenge when you are really into the business. And have you lost money?
Of course. One of my biggest challenges then was the fact that there were so many competitors. So I always have to up my game, because there's no place for sleeping if you want to grow, even in anything you are doing in life. The business was very competitive. A lot of people were into the business. So you need to stand out. You need to allow your audience or your target give them reason why they should patronize you, because they have options. Most times I tell my clients that you had options, but you chose me. Thank you. So they had options. It's not like you have to show them why they have to leave A, leave B, and come to you, that is C. So that was my biggest challenge. So I was always studying. I was always trying to get research, get what's in vogue, what those women love the most, and all these things. They are not free. They cost money. Yeah, even if I'm saying it looks simple, but they cost money, because I had to go to classes too. I had to book some online coaches to coach me as well. So that was it. It was not just a business of buying and selling only, because you need to.
In terms of monetary challenges, what would you think, or when would you say you had the biggest challenge?
Yes, that was the rise and fall of dollar.
How bad did it affect your business?
Because sometimes when you get to your suppliers, because the suppliers will normally get this product from they sell in dollar. So for example, you are buying goods worth $2,000, and maybe you didn't have network issues and all that. You've already made your calculations, network issues, and the next day they are telling you, oh, dollar has gone up.
Yes.
You start re-strategize. What will I remove? Oh, what will I add? That was one of the challenges. Then sometimes the shipping cost, it goes up and down. Sometimes the immigration, sometimes those are some of the challenges. And sometimes you might get some products that are not really good. So
I'm going to talk about handling feedback and finding clients, which is going to be the centerpiece of our discussion. How do you find your clients? You've shared some principles, and you've also shared experiences that will lead us into that. But I also want to listen how you can handle feedback from clients, especially negative feedback. But I'm going to do that after the break. We're going to take a short break, and I have something very wonderful for our viewers. You're going to hear some people trying to sell you water. I want to advise you to have your voting pad. Put your hands on your phone and vote for the right respondent. We went on CCE Studios, went on to different places, different branches of the church, and then we asked certain people to sell us water. You'll be shocked and you will laugh with some of the experiences and some of the responses we've gotten. I'll leave you to enjoy it. Be right back after you have seen that. God bless you.
My name is Talent Mudlulenyati from CCE Magosa, and I'd like to sell to you this amazing water. We call it miracle water. When you're so tired and depressed, when the devil is just doing you somehow, all you have to do is simple. Open. You can feel even the lifting up, even the devil fleeing. So please tap into miracle water. Amen.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
Arinze.
Nice to meet you, Arinze. I want you to do something for me. Can you pitch this water bottle to me like you want to sell it to me?
Okay, this is Efsu water bottle. If I'm to be very honest with you, this is the cheapest brand you can find in Cyprus, and I don't find any difference between this and other brands.
Look at this
So
dude.
it depends on you, and then you can move along with that. Depends on you yourself.
My name is Mercy, and I work with Bottles Market House PLC. For just as low as $1, you can get this bottle, and the content of this bottle, oh my God, it's amazing. It contains oligonized, amazing nice, Holy Spirit, God the Father, God the Son, all in one bottle. So when you drink this water, you are having what? You're having what?
Energy.
No, not energy. You're having not the Holy Ghost. You're having the water of life. Living spring of life.
Amen.
So buy this bottle for just $1 and receive.
Thank you. Wow.
I'm Ogoluwa from CC Famagosta, and this bottled water here is called Ogoluwa's bottled water. I'm going to be selling this bottled water to you at 40 Hill. Yes, 40 Hill. You see, mine is very cheap. It's not costly because you need water. It's good to take water for not to get dehydrated. Yes, so I would like you to buy this. No, not like you to buy it. I'm selling it to you. You have to buy it for 40 Hill. Thank you.
I want you to pitch this water bottle to me like you're trying to sell it to me.
Like I'm trying to sell it to you.
Yes, like you're trying to sell it to me.
Okay. Do you get thirsty oftenly?
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Do you get thirsty oftenly? Do you get thirsty oftenly?
No, like physical and spiritual thirst.
Bruh, look at this dude.
Well, I can guarantee you that okay water will quench your spiritual and physical thirst.
You think so they're wise?
My name is Okioluwa Stella. I'm from CCE Chatterford. Are you feeling dehydrated, thirsty after a walk, after preaching, after a sermon, or after a brief walk with your colleagues at work? This is the answer. It is colorless, tasteless, and odorless. It is from an hygienic environment. When you take this water, it refreshes your body and it nourishes your body. Thank you.
This bottle is full of surprising things that once you take it, you will be blessed. So it's not going for so much, it's just for a token. So it's the spring of life. It will, beautify your life. It will, in fact, like you taking this bottle, oh, you're obtaining the rise already. Your life is best, and you will move from one stage of glory to glory to glory to glory. So I recommend you take this back.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I wanted to ask you, how would you pitch this water bottle to me?
So, right, you see this water bottle? This isn't just ordinary rainwater or like water from like a borehole or from a tap. This water has been specially ordained and prayed for by like our ministers and the entire church. We all came together and we spoke the Holy Spirit upon this water. Just one drop of this water guarantees success in your life.
Oh my God!
So, my sister, I don't know why you're still drinking ordinary water when this is the Holy Spirit in our bottle.
Welcome back. Let me know who your candidate is, and I want to know who sold the water. Who would you say sold the water?
I'll choose two people.
Two people.
Yes,
Which of the respondents?
The first lady,
Yeah.
and the other lady wearing brown. Because for you to sell a product to me, you have to tell me what that product. I understand that we need to be spiritual, but it's water you are selling to me. So
Let me make it practical. You sell me the water.
You cannot tell me that the water will give me water of life. No.
Not everybody understands water of life.
Yes.
So
of
we
course.
have to be able to say how people understand it.
Of course, like this, the lady I was talking about wearing brown. Yeah, she told me the water is pure, of which that is why I want to drink any water. It has to be pure. She told me it will nourish my body. Right. So that is what I want to hear. And that is the reason I will buy. So I will not buy because Holy Ghost is inside the water.
Okay, you sell me the water.
Okay.
Let's hear you.
Pastor, I want to sell you this water. You know, sometimes when you finish eating,
yes,
you need something for your digestion.
I fast a lot.
You fast a lot. So if you don't take water,
yes,
it might block your system and you will choke. So this is your lifesaver, and it is very pure. If you drink this water, it will nourish your body. And do you know the best part?
Tell me the best
we are
part.
giving you this water almost free. So if you are buying this water from us,
yes,
we are giving you this water for 40 and 1 extra bottle. How about that?
1 extra bottle. I
Yes.
think it's a good deal. I'm not thirsty, but I want to buy.
Okay.
Because it's a good deal.
It's a good deal. Thank
Let
you.
me hear from my audience. How did she do? The audience are also going to vote you. Let's see how good you have actually done, and let's see responses from our audience. Respondent 8. Some people are saying respondent 8. Let's hear. Let's see your person. Who are you voting for? Let's see who we are voting for. Which of the respondents? Or do you want to see it one more time? And let's see if they need to see it one more time for them to vote. But let's see who you are picking. Okay, I've seen 2 people have identified 8. Yusril said respondent 8. Ayomide says respondent 8. We have a call. Great. So someone has a question. And let's take in the call.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Hello? Okay, I think we lost that call. Okay, let's know who you are voting for. If you are in the chat box, I need to pick somebody else to give the person a gift. I want to know who is voting. Who are we voting for? Instead of saying their names, it's good to just mention their numbers. Okay, I can see somebody said number 2. And then we have respondent 8. Somebody also mentioned respondent. Okay, keep your voting. Keep doing the voting as we go into some of the principles of business. And let me know how she did also with her with her selling skills. We're talking about finding clients. How do you find your clients?
That is what every business wants. You need to get clients for your business to prosper. So finding your client is first telling yourself what exactly are you selling, and asking yourself who needs my product. Because you can't just go about everybody doesn't want your product. Everybody doesn't want what you sell. Right. So you have to ask yourself, this product I'm selling, for example, I'm selling water. Who needs my product? Who are the people? Who are my target audience? When you can answer that question, then you go to the next stage. Okay, where do I find these people? There's what we call customer avatar. That's where you kind of picture the mind of your customer. Like I will be inside your mind. I will know what you are thinking when you see my product. So I ask myself some certain questions. Where would this my customer be? What kind of things would she love? What kind of people does she mingle with? Then if I can answer those questions, then I know where my target audience are and I go for them. For example, for those in the hair business, your target audience are on blogs. They are laughing and joking and watching YouTube. They are on Instagram.
So you just pop in and interrupt the YouTube. Do you run adverts also that come on YouTube?
I don't run YouTube. I use the platforms I mostly use is Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook, because I feel it's really very broad. Yes. So yes, of course, YouTube with time, but right now I use those platforms I just mentioned. So that's where my target audience are. Since I'm running an online business, where are they? They are laughing under blogs. They are online. They are watching news. They are watching what they call it, preachers. they are watching CCE
So
ministry.
in the midst of hot salmon,
Yes.
you just send the link. You just send the link. Please buy hair.
No, I don't even do that. There's what they call sponsored adverts. You can run your sponsored advert because they are online, they are there. So while they are watching those things, your ads pop up. Do you understand? It pops up and they're like, oh, who is this person from? Like, that's why Pastor said the other time that sometimes distract yourself from your phones, because sometimes when you say, oh, I want to watch what Pastor is preaching, then you see my ad pop up and you're like, oh, Pastor, wait, I'll come back. Okay, let me just follow her. Then
From following you, what
yes. So when you follow, no, you might even follow me and you just okay, let me follow her so I don't lost her. Then me, I'm doing my thing. So when you come to me, you have reason to want to. But first of all, I know where you are. I located where you are. I knew you were online. I knew you are on WhatsApp. You know, I get you. The minute you come to my Instagram, I bring you closer to me.
Right. Okay, I'm going to ask you finding clients if you're not doing an online business. But let's take this call.
So why you follow? No, you might even follow me and you're not.
Okay, I think we lost that call. If you are calling, please, you can pause your TV screen, you can pause your device so that you will be able to call, and then there will not be echo from your background as well. I think there's a question for you. Okay. I think it's about the amount of hair for a piece. Well, 200 to 300 for a piece. How many pieces will you need for the hair?
For the hair, I'm not getting the question.
How many pieces?
For a full fix. Oh, I'm sure the person means for a full fix. Now,
so this 300 is not for full?
Yes, it is. You know, there's how you asked me the highest amount I've sold, like the most expensive. Of course, they come in full fix. For example, they come in grams. So if I'm to sell you a wig, I'm selling you a full fix, which is enough for whatever you want to do with it.
No matter the size of the person's head?
No matter the size.
Okay, interesting. We have a call. We can pick that call and get the question.
Hello?
Hello, thank you for calling. Please give us your name and tell us where you're calling from.
Alright, thank you. I just wanted to ask, how important are friends in business?
Friends. Okay. So how important are friends in business, and how destructive can friends be in business?
You see, I laughed. Like when a lot of people want to go into business, when they come to me and say, Ma, I want to start up my business, I have a lot of friends. I laugh. Because when you start up your business, that's when you know you don't have friends actually. So I tell them, are you sure? They say, yes, I have a lot of friends that will buy. And I tell them, your friends are not your target audience. They are not. So even if you have 50 friends, your 50 friends will not patronize you all the days of your life. So, and you will be shocked when you start up. Because when I started my business, the first person that discouraged me was a friend. And she said...
With a genuine reason.
With a genuine reason, yes. But... she said a lot of people are doing this business. I don't go and you will struggle because one, you are not big in the business, you are just starting. People already have people they are that are into the business that they patronize. So you coming into it, just go and do something else. And because we are friends, they might say it in a very hurtful way, but you won't take it personal. So sometimes your friends might even mock you. It's hair you are selling now. Now wow. So you don't want to do office job again. It's hair. People might ridicule you, and it will come from friends. Why some friends are very supportive. I had supportive friends. I have friends that when I put up my flyer there, they are helping me to repost and say, oh, my friend is, don't worry, you guaranteed, They are just different kind of friends. So surround your friends with people that have positive minds, because immediately that person said that as a beginner, if I was not strong enough, it will throw me off the business. And a lot of people have gone out of business like that because their friend just say, you too. So I always tell my students, I said, if anybody come to you and tell you, a lot of people, tell them, I quote, tell them that even if we are 1 billion in this business, I will still prosper. So I always tell them that. I say, even if anybody come and say, oh, there are a lot of people doing, tell them, even if we are 1 billion, I will prosper. So I have a positive mindset because, of course, I'm a child of God. I have the mind of Christ. I cannot fail in anything I do. So if you come with positivity, I will just wave it and take only the good ones. So that is it.
That's interesting. I've not really stopped you at intervals so much to ask on the principles. But before we went for the break, I mentioned that we're going to talk about finding clients and then how do you handle feedback? Yeah. Have you had instances where you sold hair?
Yes.
Or you sold any of your products, since it's not just hair?
Yes.
And somebody looked at the product and say,
I don't want it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. Yeah. Or it got to me, I changed my mind. Of course. In fact, it is very rampant in our kind of business because a lot of people have online scare. Like there are a lot of people that are not actually into the business. They are just there to do dubious things with people. So people have this scare when it comes to shopping online. So that's alone. So sometimes you try as much as possible to remove that scare from them. What I tell my customers, I try as much as possible to be very truthful and transparent. Now, one thing that some customers like is they like you to lie to them so that they can hold you responsible.
They want you to lie.
Lie, yes. For example, we know the business we are into, everything in life comes in grades. There's nothing that is just for everybody. There are some things for average people, there are some things. But you find some clients going for luxury with little fun. So they want me to say, oh, because I want to sell. Oh, this thing is good, you will love it. I will just tell you, this is how it is. This is the span. If you take care of it, it's going to last you this. But initially, I wasn't doing this. I just wanted to sell. So I had a lot of bad feedback and I had a bad supplier. I always tell my students, I said, do not go for someone that will give you bad products because you will not have referrals. The way you have good people talking about your business, that's how you have people bad-mouthing your business. So don't go for that. So I had, these are one of the things I learned in a very hard way. I had bad suppliers that gave me products that I could not sell. So I had no choice than, okay, let me try. And when it gets to them, they say, oh, I don't like it. It's shredding, it's this, it's that. But with time, I grew. Then I understand that sometimes you just have to tell the person the way it is. Don't sugarcoat it. If it's like this, tell them. Yes, maintain that and you'll be fine. But how I maintain positive feedback is that when you tell me, oh, the product is not okay, I try to give you options. Oh, do you want to return it or you want to exchange it? Or what do you want? Sometimes some people say, oh, I want to exchange it. Or sometimes some will say, I want a refund. So we have options for that. But before you have to, we also have our policy. We have the reason why we are going to give you a refund. We are only going to give you a refund if we give you a product that maybe we mix up your product because the product description is there. You should go through it and see if it's what you love. So
describes the quality.
Yes, it describes the quality, describes everything. So you getting the product and coming back and saying you don't like it, no. We only give you exchange when we feel we made a mistake. Sometimes when we have bulk orders, of course there can be mistakes or miss of order. If we do that, of course, we can give you an exchange.
You were talking about shipping and now you say bulk orders. When a customer buys bulk, what does that mean? How many?
Yeah, there are some people that buy to resell. There are some people that buy from us to resell. Why there are some people who drop ship. Now, drop shipping, like I started, there are also people who drop ship under me. I help them to build up I'm also helping them to build up their business. So sometimes they might buy 40 pieces, 20 pieces and say, oh, I'm taking it to this location. Send it for me. And sometimes what we do is that we send it. You don't even know that it's not coming from the person. You receive your order. You're like, oh, thank you, I got it. But it didn't directly come from the person. It came from
directly from
you
as the company. All is getting interesting, and we want to have more questions also from our audience. The question does not have to be anything regarding hair. Just business, finding clients, sustaining clients. So you have answered the question. In trying to be truthful, you are able to sustain your clients. And then you mentioned something about referrals also, and clients would actually want to do that a lot
when they are satisfied.
In terms of advertisement and marketing, forget about the online option, because online we know where they are, like you have rightly pointed out. When it comes to physical customers. How do you find customers in the physical world?
Okay, like I said earlier, if you can remember, I said everywhere I go, I speak about my business, especially when I see young ladies, because those are my target audience. Even though older people want to, but young ladies are my target audience. So when I see them, we do online what do you call it? Marketing. Yes, I'm trying to get the exact word. We do
adverts.
No, not really adverts. We go out, just like people go out to evangelize. Yes,
we
go
go
out.
Yes,
we go out to advertise. Oh, have you heard of us? Have you heard of DMC here with Cyprus? Oh, okay, we are having this. Okay, we are going to give you, like earlier this year, we printed flyers. We took out gifts. We did lucky pick. So all you need to do is to follow us on Instagram, and you get a lucky pick. So just leave the job for us. When you come to Instagram, we'll finish the work. So that's how we go. Like, okay, yes, it's called offline marketing. The way we have online marketing, we have offline. So that's offline. We take the market to the streets, because there are also people that are not online, but they need your products. So
how do I know? How do I differentiate? This person needs my product, and this person has the money for my product. Because they can have need for your product, but they don't have your money for your product.
Yes. I just concluded an online class, and this was exactly what they taught us, that when you are targeting, there are some people that like Ferrari. There are some people that like luxury, but they don't have the money to get it. It's very possible.
And they know the quality of Ferrari.
Yes,
they know all the features.
If you ask them, they will tell you everything, but their bank account is screaming keke.
Keke is tricycle. If you're wondering what keke is.
Okay, so of course there are people like that. But when it comes to business, my kind of business, I don't know about cars and all that. My kind of business is different, because we actually have a budget for everyone. That is why I am different from every other person.
What is the least? Now you've said the amount. You've said the biggest. It can be up to 300.
Yes, so yes, for the fact that I said 300 is the maybe most expensive, we still have budget for everyone. So there must be something you can get from us when you come. So we don't segregate and say, oh, this person looks like, because sometimes they might look like, but they can't really afford it.
And others might be the other way around.
Yes,
they might not look like it.
They might not look like it. It has happened a lot of times. Sometimes someone is making an order. I'll go to the person's profile picture.
It doesn't look like it.
She doesn't look it.
But the order is real.
But the order is... There was a day someone placed an order, a lady, very, very young lady. And I said, who is giving you money?
You asked who's giving you
I had to ask, because the money was... She said, oh, her elder sister wants to have her wedding, and the elder sister wants to sponsor all the bridesmaids, so that's why she's buying this. I said, oh, okay. So imagine at first, maybe I go for my offline marketing, and I look at her and say, no, this one cannot afford my products.
You're not even market driven to sell it.
Yes. So
what would be in your mind? She stole the money?
No, since you say maybe there are some people that love my product, how do I know this person? I don't know. There are some people that don't look it, but they can afford it.
They can afford it. And This is a principle for business, for all of us in the business field also. And sometimes you don't know who your client is. So you just have to spread the word and push the buttons you need to push in order to get to your clients. I want to ask you a question also. Apart from finding clients and apart from sustaining your clients, apart from getting good and getting the best out of feedback, how do you repair a bad reputation in business? If you have failed, maybe in this area somebody did not like your product, and then now you've come back to yourself, you are working on yourself. How do you repair a bad name in the past?
Okay, I'll still use myself as a case study. Like I said, when I started doing all the shipping myself, I had some bad suppliers that gave me bad products. So it gave me like a bad... There are some people now. So what I did was that there were still some people that stayed. Why some like, oh no, I'm not, that is the end. Some I don't even know where they are right now. But what I did was that I had to up my game in getting quality. Some of them, I had to beg them and say, okay, can I give you try me now. I explained to them that, I had a bad supplier, so that was why the products were like this or like that. It's not like I really want to give you a bad. Okay, try me now. And when they do, they will come back. And I try as much as possible to post positive reviews too, to change the minds of those that maybe patronized me the first time and did not like. And someone like, okay, let me try, since I'm seeing positive reviews now. So positive reviews after getting good suppliers actually brought back my reputation that was gone. So that is it. And I always tell them, my people know me, they know that I'm very blunt when it comes to telling them about the product. I will not sugarcoat it. This is what you are buying. If you want a higher grade, give me more money. So
what is the least? The biggest is 300 rather. What is the least for the hair?
I have hairs maybe $30, $50. Depends on, and sometimes I run promo.
So you can just
so even if you've not bought for all this while, you will definitely see something that is of your level. Some people come to me with budgets, and I work with my customers. I try as much as possible to work with them. They tell me sometimes what to do, but they actually do not know. I ask them, what do you think about our prices? What budget do you think? So when I see the price range, I go back to my supplier and we sit down and we talk it out. Please, my customers say this and this. Can you beat it down to this and that? So I try as much as possible to work with them, because I want everybody to be able to be beautiful. I'm not a business that segregates. No, there are some business that say, please, only big girls only. But we don't want, I'm not that kind of a business, because I take my strength from big brands. For example, I don't know if I can call any brand.
They have to pay me a commission.
They have to pay you. Okay, let me just say brand A. There are some brands that they have jumbo pack and they have pack for. That means they have in mind that everybody is not equal. So if those kind of brands can be like that, why can't I be like that? Of course, I want someone that just wants to that just finished her secondary school. She's having her party to be able to patronize me. There must be something for her.
That's good. And the principles are actually also in the stories. Mrs. Ufama has shared. What's your surname? I didn't get your surname.
Monyoro.
Yes. I hope I pronounced it properly.
Yes,
Miss Monyoro has just shared several insights through her stories, and she used her stories in sharing this so that it can stay well with us. She shared how you can find your target audience. You have to throw yourself in the field first. And when she's talking about field, this is where the research comes in now. You have to find out what people want. And then she spoke about attending classes. So you are also doing the research. You've spent years also in building this business. You have the experience for business, but you are still undergoing studies. You haven't arrived yet.
Of course.
We're still moving on. So you have to be able to study also to find your clients, and then you have to sustain the client. It's not about finding. You can find, and then you need to sustain. And handling feedbacks. When you have bad feedbacks, not everybody's going to like your product, definitely. No matter how well you sell, somebody else will think differently. How do you handle situations like that? These and more are some of the things that she has spoken about. I'm afraid we have to bring this session to an end, because there is something left also for you to do, and that will be for you to ensure that you're committed to being with us next week for something very dynamic also. Next week is going to be our crowning for the financial series, but this has been powerful because you need to find your clients, whether you have an online business, and she has actually helped us in this regard because you have an online business and then on ground business as well.
Yes.
So we've learned from these experiences. I'm going to give her a minute or two before we wrap up. I'm sure you are boiling with many things to say as well, but let's know, what are some of the things that you want to tell somebody who wants to start a business? Imagine somebody comes to you, I want to start a business. Not hair business, not any fashion business. Business in general. What would be your first advice to this person?
My first advice is that you should get the idea first of what exactly you want to do. Get the idea and try to learn, study about it. Because if you don't study about it, you just invest and get nothing out of it. Learn whatever you want to go into. Try to study. I did not have the opportunity, but now I'm learning. I'm learning every day. So if you want to start up your business, and do not always put money at the back of your mind, because that is where a lot of people, I don't have capital. It throws them off balance every time. And what business they want to do, they just, the capital. No, don't always put starting up a business money. First of all, get the ideas, get your goals, and know exactly what you want to do. Then study about the business you can start up. And always surround yourself with positivity, because there will always be people that will say you cannot do it. So do not surround yourself with negative people.
Study about the business, surround yourself with positive people. That will help you in starting your business. If you are undergoing a pressure in your business and you might have failed, she has also mentioned in the time that we have together some things that can help you bounce back. If you have missed any part of this broadcast, please ensure you return and view it from the beginning. You can start from the financial series we've had from the beginning of the month up to this point. We'll be coming your ways with something dynamic and something very, very powerful next week as well. As we try to bring this to a close, I'll just give you an opportunity also. You might want to give a shout out to your family, to your husband, your daughter, anybody.
Okay, I want to give a shout out to my darling husband. Thank you for the support. You have been a support system. I want to give a shout out to my family. Thank you so much. If not for you guys, this business we are discussing now will not be a reality. I want to thank all my amazing customers everywhere around Cyprus. Thank you for the support. And I also want to thank my friends, because they've been very supportive. Even when I posted the flyer today, they were like, go girl, go girl. So thank you guys for all the support. I really, really appreciate it.
I hope they are watching then. If they are watching, they should give you a thumbs up and let them subscribe also. Maybe you should share this link with your customers. Tell them there's an interview I've done, and let's see how much we can get from your customers as well. As our gift to you for being here today, would want to have your social media handle displayed, so anybody who wants to follow you and see the brand that you have, they would have it up. So you mentioned it, I'm sure the team will also put it up on screen.
Okay, because we are in Cyprus, so you don't have to hear the other brands. You can follow me on Instagram on DMC Hair with Cyprus. And yes, that is it. And if you want to start up your hair business, you can send a DM. I have a webinar that I groom people startups who want to start up, and you can also drop ship with us. We also have wholesale and retail group.
How do you do advertise for the webinar that you have 300 plus people attend the webinar?
Yes, I use the strategy.
Yes, business strategy. Yeah, because I was surprised you had 300 plus attending the webinar.
I use the strategy.
That's
and
good.
if you use it if I share the strategy with you, if you use it, you are going to have a boom.
Okay, this strategy will be shared off cameras. Stay with us. Maybe we can tell you a part of it next week. God bless you. Thank you for staying with us. I'm going to run through a few announcements and we'll be wrapping it up for today. We are very happy to have you. Tomorrow is a special program. We have healing and deliverance service throughout our branches, wherever you are. 6 p.m. is the time. If you are not in a physical location where you can attend to any of our branches, ensure you are with us online. 6 p.m. and it's the same YouTube channel you're watching this broadcast, CCE Ministries. And we have running services on Sundays. First service for the branch in Kyrenia is at 11. Second service 1 p.m. Kyrenia, Cyprus. And then we have in different locations also, and it will be streamed online via the same YouTube channel that you are viewing this program from. And we also have daily prayers that we are joining every morning 5:30 a.m. we are joining the Zoom platform, which the details will be provided for you on the screen. And we have our morning devotion 5:30 a.m. Cyprus time. 1 p.m. we gather around, in the afternoon the same link, the same Zoom information for our 1 p.m. prayers. And we have a special program coming up next, and that program is coming up on the 22nd of April. It's their youth convention, the annual youth convention. It's the first time we're having this program. It's powerful, it's packaged to bless you in every way, and we're happy to invite you to join this program, and God will do something new in your life. Discussions will span across relationship, health, career, and lots more, so please be there, and God will bless you. Thank you. It's a pleasant evening being with you. From the studio to your homes, we send our love, and thank you for being there. If you're watching, you've not subscribed, ensure you click that subscribe button and you give us a thumbs up, drop a comment also. God bless you. We're coming your way next week with something dynamic. One love from the studio. And from you?
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful evening. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm so glad that you made it this far. Drop CCE in the comment section below. Yes, type CCE in the comment section below. And we have something spectacular for you next week. Ensure you like, you share, you subscribe. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell everybody you can that something special is coming your way next week. I'm happy to have you. I'll see you next week.